Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so
Hello, good
much.
morning.
Okay, so can you please change your name to the last three digits of your paper ID? Yeah, your first or last name plus the last three digits of your paper ID, please.
Is it okay that I use my name after my three ID?
Yeah, it's very good, very good. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, so a few more minutes and then we start the session. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we will start the session. And I welcome all the participants to the International Conference on Global Perspective in Business and Social Sciences that is organized by International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, known as IIARP. I also welcome Professor Dr. Madad Ali, who will be the chair for this online session, and I will coordinate for this session. My name is Dr. Shakir, and I will coordinate for this session. I hope that all the participants already got their program schedules and other instructions for this online session. And I want to inform every participant that kindly please note that you have 10 minutes for presenting your paper, your PPT, and you will have extra 5 minutes at the end of the session for questioning and answering or other things you want to talk. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the whole session, and you can keep your questions and come to ask anything you want to ask. Okay. I also want to mention that those who already sent their PPTs presentation in the form of videos They don't need to play it here, or they don't need to present it here. We will just upload it to our YouTube channel, and then I will share the link later in the chat box. You can see it there. Okay, so that's about the YouTube, and about the uh, awards that you will get in the form of certificates. We have assessed all the abstract and here as well your presentations, your PPTs, as this session is live on YouTube. So it will be assessed by the to independent reviewers, and based on the assessment you will get in award in the form of certificate as a best presenter, and the assessment criteria is quite simple, which include that whether your paper, your PPT has any good contents, how is your presentation skills, time management skills, how you attract other audiences, and many more things need to be included in this criteria. Sorry. Okay, so I hope that you will enjoy this session with us, and I don't want to waste your time. I just want to introduce you with the IIARP for a few minutes. So let me share my screen. Let me check, and I just present for a few minutes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is IIARP, International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, which is a dynamic conglomeration of academia and professional and dedicated to promote innovation and making a significant global impact. And the primary objective is to unite researchers and professionals from around the world, fostering an intellectual development and facilitating opportunities for networking and collaboration. And this association is actively engaged in various academic activities, including networking events, meetings, conferences, workshops, research projects, and additionally, we are committed to publishing cutting edge research, publication, and recognizing outstanding achievements through academic awards and scholarships. These are some of our associates and partners, such as Glavento Glavento Conference and Conference LS 360, and a manuscript edit by IIARP. So basically, what we do, we are involved in world-class networking to connect global community of researchers and scholars and industry experts. We are also involved in international and national conferences, participate in cutting-edge discussion and present your work on global stage, such as this one we are here now. We are also working in academic journal publication. You can share your research findings with other international with journals and other platforms, and you can publish it in peer review journals. Okay, what other things we do is you can see that IIARP is a renowned organization dedicated to fostering global scientific and academic collaboration. And with the rich history of organizing international and national conferences around the world, IIARP has made significant contribution to various fields of study. Our extensive network spans across numerous countries, including Bangladesh, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Nepal, Nigeria, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, UAE, USA, and many more countries. Okay, so here are regarding the publication, I want to mention these things you need to keep in mind. Your abstract will be published in conference abstract proceeding with the DOI number. And you can also choose to publish your paper in a peer review journal, uh, uh, an international peer review journal with the DOI and indexed by Google Scholar and other indexes such as DOG. And you can also choose to publish your paper in Scopus and Web of Science Index journals. For that, you can later on uh, consult with our team and they will guide you how to do that. Uh, Also, I want to mention something about the other kind of publication, such as the Scopus Q1 F1000 research. And I don't want to go to the details regarding this. If you are really serious about publishing in Scopus Q1 F1000 research, where we have a gateway on F1000 research, that is a journal of Taylor and Francis, you can later on come to contact our team and they will help you, guide you how to publish there and how to prepare different things, including reviewers, including other associated data of your manuscript. So those things we will guide you in detail about that submission in F1000 research. I don't want to mention it here in detail. These are we first past publication done by IIARP. These are some of the publications, some of the examples we have done for our conference participants in the near past. So these are some of the papers, and we have done a lot. These are just few examples. These are some of the glimpses of our previous offline physical conferences in different places. And these are some of the glimpses from online sessions, conferences. You can visit our website www.iiarp.org to explore more about conferences and other activities. And I need to mention at the end that in order to be environmental friendly, we will just send the certificate and the proceeding and all other things in soft copies, and we will not print it in order to be environmental friendly. So that's what a message I want to tell you at the end. And thank you so much. That's all. And now I will invite Professor Madad Ali to start the session and invite every participant one by one. Do you have the program schedule I sent you, Professor? Can you hear me?
Hello, Professor. Good morning. Yeah, I have it. And I said to thank you to all of you for participating in IIPRP conference.
I
Excuse
think
me,
there was
someone's
some noise in the background. Okay, please go ahead. Please.
Okay, so I should say thank you to all of you for your participation in IIARP International Conference. Thanks for attending. And today I'm gonna say that we're gonna start, but when I say the paper ID, okay, and your name, you have to please share your PPT and present it. We will say one by one. As Professor mentioned, if you already sent a video to us, you don't need to present here. So it will secure time for the others, and please listen to other. In the end of the session, we will have Q&A session. Thank you very much. So now, Professor, can I start?
Yeah, please. I think we have the first paper ID. Yeah.
Yeah, paper ID is 975. The spectacle diffusion of Buddhism culture in
9975.
East.
Yeah.
Shangli. If you are here, please share your PPT and proceed. Thank you. Paper ID.
Yes, Prof. I try to
Okay, thank
share.
you very much. Just please share your PPT and start.
Yeah, I'm trying to do VCR.
Can you share your screen?
Wait,
You already sent the video?
no, Prof. I'm sharing. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's visible now. Please proceed.
Okay, you can see it now. Okay. Okay, I start.
Yeah, just please, a kind reminder, please just manage it within the 10 minutes, okay? Thank you.
I try my best, Prof. Good morning, everyone. My name is Li Xiang. I come from National University of Malaysia. Today, my research topic is spatial diffusion of Buddhist culture in East, South, and Southeast Asia, a journey into Roman grottos. The Lord Buddha was born in 623 before Christ in the sacred area of Lumbini, located in Terai Plains of South Nepal. The great expansion of Buddhism occurred under the propagation and the patronage of Emperor Asoka. The late introduction of Buddhism to Sri Lanka established the country as home to the oldest surviving Buddhist tradition in the world, Theravada. India, as the origin of Buddhism, has a long history of building cave temples. Ajanta caves, which were excavated starting at 1 BC, is one of the representative masterpieces. After the Silk Road was opened from the central plain of China to the western region by Emperor Wu, cultural, economic, and political exchanges between China and foreign countries flourished. Roman grottos are the testament to the collision and integration of national and international civilizations, recording the dissemination of Buddhism. The figure shows the roots of Buddhism dissemination through Asia. The purple line represents the expansion of Mahayana Buddhism. The green line represents the expansion of Theravada Buddhism, and the blue line represents the expansion of Vajrayana Tantric Buddhism. So the case focused on Roman grottos, which is located in Luoyang, China. There are actually 74 Buddhist caves temples located in 18 provinces of China. Roman grottos is just one of 4 Chinese great Buddhist grottos, along with more Gao caves, Maijishan grottos and Yungao grottos in the 5th century to early 6th century. There are 2,345 nicks of various sizes, 11,000 figures of Buddha, 2,800 steles with inscription, and 85 stupas that are carved in Roman grottos. The majority of Buddha sculptures are carved in 5th and 10th century. The purpose of this research is to explore the diffusion of Buddhism and focus on the historical content and the role of Roman grottos as a case study. The question are how did Buddhism spread to China, and what role did it play in shaping the historical, cultural, and artistic development of the Roman grottos? Can religious properties like the Roman grottos positively influence local environments and development? The data is collected by literature review, non-participating observation, and the results of interview. As we say, Lumbini is important place for the Buddhism because Buddhism forms the core of its culture and tourism, and the tissue of Tibet goes beyond freedom of a land, the liberation of a culture, and the celebration of a way of life. Buddhist monasteries also started to set up along the developing routes, such as the road that was connecting Bactria in today's Afghanistan and in north of Texas in today's Pakistan. The case of Aziz Delhi shows another important proof that the Buddhist art in Gandhara region, which is integration, which shows the integration of Asia and Western culture integration process. As this place also presents a complete and uninterrupted cultural profile of historic period of Gandhara. Based on the antiquities found in the strata, 9 different periods were observed starting from the Indo-Greeks and continuing to the Islamic period of the 20th century AD. The art of the Indo-Greek kingdoms integrated classical Greek and Buddhist cultures, leading to the development of Gandhara Buddhist art. For example, the sculpture of Gandhara review the influence of Greek art on it, and the concept of man and God is clearly inspired by Greek mythology. After centuries of exchange, the Gandhara Buddhist art also spread to South Asia and influenced the Chinese Buddhism art as well. It can be seen that the historic contents at Roman grottos show this trend. The Udayana statue carved at Jingshan Temple is one of the representative works in the Tang Dynasty, which is dressed in an unplated and loose-fitting kayasa. Left the right shoulder bare, demonstrating the clothes that is characterized by the southern subtropical climate. In addition, there is also an image, Ashoka image at the Roman grottos. In addition, the Buddha statue of Tang Dynasty, located in Binyang Cave, have a plump face and a thin figure. So this carving lens, this and carving style show that the influence of the art. It is clear that the visits to India, led by town monks, officials, and painters, depended the artistic exchange between the two ancient civilizations. Whether the Roman grottos are a fusion of East architecture or West architecture and a combination of multi-religion is another question. But this is another proof. There's another which is we call it a Greek Ionic order. This show that
Sorry for interruption. You have 2 more minutes, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
oh, okay. So it proved that the cultural exchange between China and Western culture. So on the other way, the Buddhist ecological thought also mitigates the local man-land relationship. On the one hand, for example, within Buddhism, the liberation of animals from captivity is believed to be the most powerful means of attaining spiritual merit. Practitioners believe that relieving suffering and prolonging life will enhance personal karma, promoting advancement to a state of enlightenment. On the other hand, this is just an example. On the other hand, the map show that normally the monasteries or important Buddhist heritage sites they located in environmental protected area. For example, this one which is Mahabodhi Temple located in Gaya, India. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your research findings, and we will have Q&A session at the end. You can participate in that. Thank you. So please, next.
Well, thank you very much for your knowledge about the Buddhism and their spreading and all these different factors and the countries. Okay, so now I'm gonna move to the next presenter, whose paper ID is 991, Restoration of Underwater Image Through Deep Line. MD Mahmoud. Can you hear me? If you're here, please share your PPT and proceed.
Paper ID 991. Are you available? 991, MT Mahmood. Sorry, it's not clear. There is an issue. Your voice is not clear. Sorry.
I think it's better that we can give her some time so she can adjust her microphone, and we can move to the next presenter, Dr. Shakir.
Wait just for 1-2 minutes. Can you please reconnect? Muhammad Tariq Mahmood, please reconnect, please. Yeah, please reshare your screen now, please.
So, am I audible?
Yeah, it's okay now, please.
Okay. So let me share my screen. So let me know.
Yeah, it's
Visible?
good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry for this disturbance. So my presentation topic is restoration of underwater images through deep line and curve models. So here are the contents. So basically, let me talk about the model that we use normally for restoration in underwater or in any other media. If we talk about the image formation, then image is just the light captured by the device. So, however, when light passes through some media, then its intensity is modified. So different media has different impact on this modification of light. So in underwater, we have actually different types of scattering actually. So attenuation model, we have the uh, scattering of media. So it means that there is light, but due to this media, it is disturbed and part of the light is we can capture. And also, if we talk about the light after reflecting, after striking on the object and reflecting and coming to the camera, again, it is attenuated or scattered or having some disturbance. So if we simplify the model is here. So suppose we have original image, that is something the J, and then basically we captured I. So this image J is disturbed by a map, that is something we say transmission map. It depends upon the media, and here we have water. So then we also have atmospheric light. So then this is the model that we use normally. Um, to describe the image formation in underwater environment. So then our main goal is we want to recover this J image, and we basically we have to recover this J, and we are given these three types of information. We have just AI, that is something we have captured, and we have to recover this J, A, and T. So three components we have to recover. So if we talk about the methods, there are so many different methods presented in the literature, and we can divide them into different categories: image enhancement methods, or we can say fusion-based method, and there is a category that is something ASM-based method. So atmosphere scattering model that we have seen. So in this case, we basically use this model to recover the image. Also, we have many methods presented in deep learning area, and we can see encoder decoder based network, and also modular design based network, and many models that that use this ASM. So it means that they recover different components of this model through the deep learning approaches. So then actually for this work, this experiment actually motivated us. So basically we experimented using a huge number of images, 11,950, and we applied many methods from the literature. And we have very strange conclusion here actually. So when we applied these methods, then most of the method actually, they improved fewer number of images, and large number of images actually they instead of improving them, they are actually situation become worse. So this is something, the experiment that that we based on this experiment, we we were thinking that there is something wrong with these kind of all images, because every image is different. So if we apply the same method on all types of images, then there is a problem. So then one of the color correction method that we use actually represented like this one. That is something we just having the red channel we modify like this one. Then here we can see that if we have two different types of input images, then in one type basically we apply, and then the recovered image is basically closer to ground truth. But in many cases, if we apply this method, then the situation become worse. So that is something that we got from this experiment. So based on these observation, we divided the input images into two types, and then we apply some models, and these models are basically inspired by this work. So here they have a very simple model to learn the weight matrix, and then the curves are learned through this model. So based on this work, we presented here, proposed work is like this one. So we classify the images into two broad types. In type 1, we apply the line curve, and in the type 2, we apply the deep curve model. So basically, these models are basically nothing just to learn the weight matrices, and we apply actually in loop. Actually, for many times we apply. So here we can see that if we have the line model, line equation is just this one, and then if just we can rewrite it, and then we can have these kind of weight maps. So these kind of weight maps we can learn from this model. So here we can see the number of weight matrices are 5 we learn, and here number of weight matrices 24. So in case of deep curve, we have here second order polynomial. So and then we can rewrite it, and then we can represent it in iterative fashion. So this is something that we apply, and then we have seen that by just classifying these two different types, and then we have these two different models for the restoration, and then we got improved results. Here, let me show the improvement. If you see, in case of type 1, type 2, and we have actually used the two renowned databases, and then we can see a significant improvement in the results. So here we have quantitative comparisons, and also we have qualitative comparison here. So we can see our results are closer to the ground truth, whereas most of the other methods, they having the results far from the ground truth. And also we have applied on the second database, and here again we can see the significant improvement in our restored images. So let me conclude it. So we actually have one method that divide the input images into two types. And of course, it is not optimal, but just we want to say that there is one problem with all other methods, because these methods just suitable for particular input, but they failed in some other types of input. So then based on the inputs, we designed two models, line curve model and the line model and curve model, and then we have obtained the better results. So this is all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. in 10, 11, 05. Thank you for sharing your research findings, and we will have Q&A session at the end, and you can participate. Thank you. So please, next.
The next paper ID is 979, Analysis of Japanese Firms' Innovation from a Perspective of Gender Issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you. Please share your PPT
Let me share
and
my
start.
screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Taro Ichikawa from Institute of Science Tokyo. Actually, this is originally called Tokyo Institute of Technology, just integrated in this October to be new Institute of Science Tokyo. Okay. So today, I'd like to present you our study about analysis of Japanese firms' innovation from the perspective of gender issues. So today I will follow all these contents. This is background of our study. So as you can see, according to Hostet's masculinity index, which is based on the international survey of IBM company in 1980. So Japanese have a strong male-dominated culture. And the figure in the right hand shows a gender gap of manufacturing firms in Japan. Actually, we select manufacturing firms because they have fewer female employees compared to the other industries. So the female ratio is 11% in 2004, goes up to 14% in 2021. It's getting higher, but still low level. And regarding employees' age, average age, the female age, average age in the firm is 35 years old in 2004. The male age is 41 years. The gap between female and male is 6 years, and then it changed to be 40 years in 2021. The male is 43. The gap is 3 years. The gap getting smaller, but we think it is a significant difference. So we think these gender issues should have some effect on firm performance, especially the innovation. So we investigate how female employees contribute to technological innovation because we are focusing on manufacturing firms in Japan. This is purpose of this study. We are focusing on the contribution of female employees, which has less evidence for firm performance than that of management levels. This is sample evidence of management level, which shows the higher ratio of female managers tends to have higher ROEs. But regarding female employees level, there are fewer evidence for such a firm performance. So our purpose is to provide concrete evidence to the Japanese corporate management that reducing gender gap is a key to recovering the competitiveness of Japanese firms. This is our hypothesis in this study. So we develop a hypothesis like this conceptual model. We set female age as an explanatory variable of activities of female employees because it indicates whether female employee can stay longer or be more active in the firm even after any family events. So this is regular employment rate surveyed in 2023. Sorry. The female employee rate drops around they're 25 years old compared to the male. And that might be due to the family events such as marriage or childbirth. So if female can stay after this female event in the firm, so they could be active and more efficiently active in the firm. So this is methodology. So we developed panel data from 2004 until 2003 for the 144 firms of Japanese manufacturing industries, as you can see here. And we apply a Poisson regression model because the dependent variable of innovation, which is the number of patent applications or number of citations from the patent metrics, the count data. So we also use the firm and year fix effect in the model with controlling the various characteristics of finance or top management characteristics. This is our result. The Poisson regression result indicate that while female age has a positive correlation with the number of patent applications or the number of citations, male age has a negative impact on those innovation indicators. We confirm this result by several robust tests, such as propensity score matching regression or using random effects models. So this is a discussion on the conclusion. One of the possible explanations for the positive impact of female age on technological innovation is that higher female age will help female employees to have more opportunities to participate in the male-dominated technological innovation process in Japan. And then they can provide any different views on solving any issues for innovation achievement. So our additional finding is that male age have a negative effect on technological innovation in Japan. So we think this is possibly due to the workplace being male-dominated and the lack of diverse interaction in the workplace. So this is end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting your paper. And we will have Q&A session. You can participate. Okay, so please go to the next. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, this is Balaji. I'm going to share my screen.
Wait. So what's your paper ID? Sorry.
Yeah, the paper ID.
The
One second.
next presenter is let me check my
221224995.
wait, please. 971 979. We have the next one, sorry, 995. The paper
Wow.
ID 995.
Yeah,
AI, ML, and cloud computing is software testing innovation driving the digital age. Yeah, this is you.
yes, hi. Yeah, am I
Thank you.
audible?
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
please share your screen. 995.
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Yeah, is everyone seeing my screen?
Yeah, please proceed.
Yeah. So my topic is about my research is mainly based on the AI or artificial intelligence and machine learning in cloud computing and software testing. So how this innovation is driving the digital age. So that is what my thesis is belong to. So let me give some biography on this. So the convergence of the artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies with the cloud and software testing, right? And automation has fundamentally, even I can say it's not fundamentally, it's wholly or fully transformed how the organizations operate their IT infrastructures. And most of the automation process and its complicated procedure makes it possible to allocate the resource more productively. And as well as we have to ensure that high security levels and we have to construct more rapid cycles of software development and testing. This can be achieved through AI and ML. And the task of this paper is to demonstrate how these technologies are being used today in the testing and cloud space, as well as I'm going to give some examples with real world examples like how Netflix and Microsoft are doing that. And this paper also showcases the impact of AI/ML on the cloud ecosystem, as well as the issues, solution, and vision in terms of the future developments associated with these technologies. Also, this paper examines the challenges associated with the cost. So, what because nowadays the cost is more high when you try to implement or deploy AI and ML, and how the data protection, what are all the challenges we are going to face, and how we have to overcome those challenges, those kind of problems, how we can over these problems are currently in the world, and how we are going to overcome. So that is what my thesis belongs to. So that is this biography. And let me go to the abstract. So the abstract, and yeah, everyone knows that innovation is one of the selling point in the current age, and the possibilities of the artificial intelligence and machine learning are beyond the imagination of the most people. And mainly, the pain points can be resolved by smarter and more efficiently. The new AI systems have been marketed to identify the patterns and analyze the data and make decisions autonomously without human assistance. So that is the main challenge, and we are now trying to reach that goal, and we are now running to that. And now, organizations are now expected to adopt AI and ML as an essential part of the strategy. And also, AI integrated cloud solution and implementation of the ML models may help to reduce cost and monitor the automated process and as well as managing customers data, and provide the high speed access to the individual clients. Let me move on to the next one. And this incorporation of the AI ML into the cloud computing and software testing mostly improve the operational function and also guarantees the effective data management and workflow. As a result, innovations allow the companies to have faster testing cycles and deploy safer and faster system, as well as that will leverage the predictive maintenance, which positions most of the companies at a whole, and it's a new level of operational and accuracy as well as the agility. And the dynamics are very evident for everyone to see that from the small transitional business to the large enterprise. And there is a new pattern of adoption of these technologies to enhance the efficiency, productivity, and innovation. And the description. So the role of AI ML in cloud computing. Recent years, we have seen a tremendous growth of AI and ML, as well as the logical gradual shift from the usage of the data centers. So everyone started using before the on-prem server Now no one is most of them or nobody not using the on-prem server, and we are mostly moving into the cloud with the practice of utilizing cloud services, as well as that utilization of the cloud services is how the companies handle their assets and the data. And the technology implementation means the cloud platform can leverage the resource efficiency and forecasting the demand and perform self-service maintenance. For example, before in the olden days, we have 10 server, 15 server in our data center, and we try to increase or decrease based on the load. Nowadays, we don't need to own all these kind of data centers. So everything, if we integrate into cloud, we can either auto scaling or we can reduce the scaling or we can increase. So the auto scaling can do anything. If you want to increase the scaling level, it can increase. If you want to reduce the scaling level, it can decrease. And you can even set some amount. For example, if my usage is going to reach a certain dollar or rupees, then this is going to reduce the amount of scaling based on your operational efficiency as well as your budget. So based on the budget, we can set that also. And the security of data, which is always upon the end customer, they have been improved due to the AI and other automated system. These securities are now, there is no data breach by using these cloud technologies. So everything is encrypted and decrypted, and we have large number of security mechanisms in place. And machine learning algorithms help analyze the large volumes of data and identify the odd usage patterns that could point to the breaches or indication that are about to happen. And I'm going to give the example of this one in the diagrammatic format. So nowadays, even the test case generation cannot be done by human. We can even have the large language model to generate the test case. So we have to predict some pattern, and we have to set some model. So once the model is set, that model will write their own test case, and based on that, it will prioritize the testing based on the keywords. So what kind of testing we can do as a priority. So for example, the login functionality is a priority and high-level functionality is a high-level functionality is also a priority. Those kind of high-level functional priority testing can be done through artificial intelligence and ML models. And after that, the predictive analytics is going to happen. Based on the analytics, we can even implement some of the more more futuristic prioritization also possible, as well as that leads to the final of adaptive testing. Let me move the next one. And so the innovations. So innovations, what kind of innovations we are getting? So as I said, the automatic test case generation is one of the detailed task, and it's a high consuming task by the human, and which is a very detailed task. Now it's going to be taken upon by the system, and which in turn parsing the application specification, user action, and past testing sessions in order to create stronger and detailed test case on their own. And it has become faster than for most of the development and the deployment cycles by endorsing the ML models for the regression testing, and the quality of the deployment cycles is also not compromised when using these kind of models. And given the historical data patterns and failures and performance statistics, AI systems help identify the locations in the code and that are most likely to be problematic. And it has a kind of a eye to eye, like comparison of the previous screen to the new screen. So what kind of difference it's now we are getting from the new screen. So based on that, it's going to give that problematic locations can be identified from the code level, and that can be predictively permits the teams to resolve the problems even before they emerge, as well as reducing the changes and making the software product more robust. And what are the challenges? How we are going to do the synergy between the cloud computing and software testing? So on-demand testing environments instead of on-prem. So based on the demands, we are going to implement the testing environment, and it's going to be the cost efficiency and the parallel testing across. We can test the parallel testing can be done through one browser to many browser, and one environment to many environment. We can do the parallel testing and the real-time data analysis and the enhanced CI/CD pipelines.
Sorry for interruption. You have 2 more minutes, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. So enhanced CI/CD pipelines and immediate feedback on the updates, and as well as the enhanced agility and efficiency. So these are all the synergy that we need to look into that between the cloud computing and software testing. And the real world applications, the Netflix. So based on the people, what kind of Netflix movies or programs they are seeing. So those kind of predictions based on the movies watched by the people, watched by the current people, right? And based on the trends and the consumption patterns. So that will that will set the model, and it will give some kind of people will get the prediction as like not the prediction. So people will get most kind of the audience will get these kind of views, or most likely you need to watch or something. So custom based on the customer demand, it is going to give some resources according to the customers. So that Netflix is giving recommendations you might see. So these are all the movies that you might be interested. So those recommendations are based on completely on uh, people usage and the watch of the particular trend. So, and this is one thing, and this is the challenges, how we are going to, like, what are the challenges? We have the challenge like data privacy and algorithm biases. If the algorithm is not in a biased manner, it is going to give some wrong result, high cost, and absence of the expert. So we don't have much expert in the current world, as well as the accountability issue. What the accountability issue? Like, if there is any problem, who is going to take the accountability? Yeah. So that's it, I think. And the conclusion, so these technologies, when we have to enhance and secure, as well as the boosting capability by performing the intricate operations. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your findings. And we will have Q&A session at the end. You can participate. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very
So-
much. So now we are going to move to the next presenter, okay, who is paper ID is 987. Resiliency of power and data connectivity during the outage by application of battery energy storage systems.
Yes.
Praveen,
Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it.
yeah, we can see it. Please proceed.
Yeah, hi. Hello, everyone. This is Praveen Sankwar, and I'm going to be presenting on resiliency for power and data connectivity during outages by application of battery energy storage systems and broadband over power line. This is my topic of research, and a little bit about myself. I am a master's and bachelor's graduate in electrical engineering. And I have a significant amount of work experience in electrical power distribution industry. And my research areas focus around electric vehicles, electrification of the transportation, power resiliency, aspects of power system, vehicle to grid integration, and many more. So let me begin with the description of or the abstract. Smart metering is a growing concept in power industry, and smart metering is pretty much allowing more resiliency for power connectivity. There is a requirement to ensure data connectivity resilience as well. So this paper is identifying technology and concepts that are known for improving the power resiliency in terms of reducing the power and data outages mainly. And as everyone knows, electric vehicle or electrification of transportation is growing at a very rapid pace. And that's when the inherent nature or inherent capability of electric vehicle comes into picture from the battery that it possesses. So the V2G concept is something that I'm exploring here as a candidate for providing power resiliency. So V2G is nothing but vehicle to grid concept, which is integrating the electric vehicle to the grid. So smart metering or smart grid pretty much talks about bi-directional power flow, and V2G is allowing that from the customers to pretty much supply a power back to the grid and allow more power resilience. So the next thing is how the batteries can be integrated to the system. That is something I'm going to cover. That would be either directly connecting to the grid or by using a battery energy storage systems, as well as a combination of renewables, battery energy storage systems, and the EV battery plug-in points. That's for the power, but then there's the other aspect is the data resilience. So we how can data resilience be ensured to the customers? That would be another aspect that I'll be touching base in this paper. So I talked about the smart meters. What they pretty much do is record the consumption patterns of the customers and report them on real time to just enable a demand response from the utility companies. So for power outages, they pretty much are erratic in nature. So what I did was try to identify the reason behind the power outage before even going into the concepts development for how the power outages can be avoided and we can become more resilient for power. The next is for the data connectivity, broadband over power line is something which is very known technology, but this is an excellent candidate which can become a resource during a data outage. So it does nothing, but it uses the voice over IP protocols and pretty much couplers, bridges, and low voltage lines, and they coordinate together and transmit the data over the power line itself. I talked about the electric vehicles. They are growing, and so is the V2G technology, which I'm covering in this slide. Next, this slide is talking about what type of internet service providers are located in US. So it can be seen in the graph on the left-hand side, the providers, and on the right-hand side, you can see the count and the speed of connectivity. So the speed is also important for customers. So this is the methodology. So for power outage, for resolving the power outage issues, what I pretty much am proposing is to allow not just a wireless transmitter, but also a dedicated dedicated data connectivity line back to the utility company, which allows further data resilience. And then in the bottom photograph or the bottom picture, you can see how I'm integrating renewables, battery energy storage systems, and EV charging stations plug-in point in order to provide or supply back the power to the grid. So both the mini battery energy storage system and the EV charging plug-in point will allow a coordinated manner of operation, which improves the power resilience. So one data point that I utilized for my studies was mainly the data I obtained for the outages from the EIA website, which is a published data for all the utility companies, which shows how much was the power loss in terms of wattages and how many customers were affected. So I used that data point to pretty much identify what the reasons were for the outages. And then you can see I proposed two aspects. One I already covered was mini battery energy storage system with EV charging plug-in point. And the next one is rooftop solar, which I think most people are aware how a rooftop solar can be integrated and how it can be installed for a residential house. The other aspect is having a community solar. So this is a large view of what I already discussed before. So this is more concept which can be applied in the real world. So you can see a photograph on the left. This shows a power line. So power line can carry the data. So there should be a BPL extractor, the broadband over power line extractor, that has to be installed next to the utility transformer on the utility pole, as you can see. And then a dedicated fiber line can be connected to the customer home. This concept is known but not used. So I'm proposing here as a resilience, because for data resilience, this would be the fiber line connectivity is known but has never been connected. So this would be something unique. Same thing you can see on the right hand side. There is another concept, a BPL extractor, and the fiber line goes under the ground and connects to the residential homes. The picture on the right hand side shows all the three things that I talked about. One is the rooftop solar, then the BPL extractor, and then the EV plug-in point and the battery energy storage system. So this pink or the purple block is something which is very unique. it is normally not seen, and it would be an excellent way to connect the electric vehicle, not just for charging purpose, but also for discharging purpose back to the power grid and improving the power resilience. So I'm covering the conclusion here. So outages in US are minimal, but if we talk about the world, outages are very prominent in many countries. So this concept is very useful for ensuring both power and data outage issues, or at least allowing more power resilience. And also it is an excellent way to utilize the battery energy storage available from the electric vehicle itself through the V2G concept. So I covered both. I covered the EV plug-in points. I covered the mini battery energy storage system, which can be integrated with the rooftop to store the power from the solar. Next, there are limitations of this study. The major limitation is the cost.
Thank you very much. Sorry for interrupting, but we just have 1 minute to close it.
Yeah, sure. I'll be wrapping up quick. So the major limitation here is the cost. Who's going to bear the cost? Because this involves a huge investment, not just from the battery energy storage system development, rooftop solar, and EV plug-in point, but also for other equipments such as broadband over power line, extractors, and the fiber lines. So those are the aspects that has to be considered before going ahead with a large scale improvement or large scale adaptation of such concept. So pretty much that's all I have to cover for this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed. These are the references I utilized for my work, and thank you very much for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your findings, and we will have Q&A session. Yeah, so you can participate. So who's next, please?
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. The next one is 990. The paper ID is 990. Biofueling controls using air bubbles are used for the various applications. Mohammed Daniel Ibrahim, if you are there, please share your screen and proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the giving the opportunity for this one. So before we start, just want to check if everybody can hear my voice and see the screen.
Yeah, please proceed.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so my topic is biofouling control using air bubbles. So this is about review into various application. Before we start that, I just want to introduce my team, which is from the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University Malaysia Sarawak. I have Professor Dr. Muhammad Daniel Ibrahim, and myself, presenter is Grover Nyelang, and then the rest of the team, Dayang Saliani, Aidils, and Yuta Tsunami, which is both from University Malaysia Sarawak and Department of Mechanical from Tokai University, Kanagawa, Japan. So what is the abstracts? Basically is that we are more on the biofouling is a major problems in aquatic and marine environments, causing increased corrosion and damage to structures and equipment. Traditionally, method to control biofouling have limitations, so we have a new approach needed. This paper review the use of air bubbles to control biofoulings, especially in marine industries. It compare different techniques and highlight the effectiveness of air bubbles. The paper also suggests the future research direction to improve this method. The biography, as you can see that there is a major problem in aquatic and marine environments, causing increased corrosion and damage to structure and equipment. The traditional method to control foulings have limitations, so we required new approach needed. This paper reviewed the use of air bubbles to control biofouling, especially in marine industry. It compared the different techniques and the highlight of the effectiveness of air bubbles. The paper also suggests the future research direction to improve this method. This review explore how a bubble can prevent biofoulings. So a bubble creates flow fields that stop biofouling organisms from settlings. They can also prevent multi-species biofouling over long periods. As you can see that the comparisons of A and B. So we did some of the bubble controls, and then there is some of the timelines monitoring covered by macro foulings from March to the May, which is about 12 months to see what is the result of the research. It's applicable in marine environments. A bubble can protect stationary vessels from biofoulings. The method is non-toxic and environmentally friendly, offering an alternative to harmful chemical coatings. The effectiveness and efficiency a bubbles curtains also reduce the fouling and submerged surface. This technique is cost-effective and complements existing fouling release coatings. And then the additional benefit, the air bubble helps remove microplastic and other particles from the waters. Bursting bubble can release droplets that impact air quality and climates. So a bubble sustainable solution for biofouling controls, effective and environmentally friendly with added benefit like microplastics removals. So how is the mechanism of biofoulings prevention? So you can see that it can create flow field that inhibit the settlement of biofoulings organisms. Periodically, bubbles can prevent multi-species biofouling over extended periods. So there is some research that we having using the modified springers and then original springers to see what is the developments of the bubbles from the sponge region and then the bed regions. So this mechanism of flow fields is a region in space where fluids like water is moving. It describes the velocity and the direction of the fluid at every point within the regions. So how it works, velocity and direction. At each point in the flow fields, the fluid has a specific velocity, speed and direction. This can be visualized as tiny arrow, showing how fast the fluid is moving, as you can see in the photos. The flow patterns, by looking at this, we can see the pattern in the fluid movement. You can see the fluid movement from the example in a river. The flow fields would show faster movement in the center and slower movement near the banks. Streamline, this is a line that represents the path that fluid particles follow. So it helps understand overflow patterns. It's steady flow. Streamlines don't cross each other. And there is a many application for fuel are used in various applications, such as we are designing aircraft wings, predicting weather patterns, and controlling biofouling with air bubbles. In the case of biofoulings, air bubbles create flow fields that disrupt the settlement of organisms on the surface. There is many applications in marine environments. You can see that the air bubble curtain protects stationary vessel from the biofouling as a research. And then this method is also non-toxic and environmental friendly, offering an alternative to harms chemicals coating. There is a bubble and a control as per the experiments. So based on the 4 months witnesses, we can see the baseline, and then from the first month, third month, second month, and until the 4th month, you can see that bubble controls the biofoulings. So this is unlike chemical coating that can harm marine life. Like air bubble curtains are environmentally friendly and non-toxic. They are generally more effective, cost efficient, and than many traditional methods, especially over the long terms. The effectiveness, air bubble curtains effective in reducing biofouling on stationary, slow-moving vessel, which can be challenged for other methods. It's complementary, and there is additional benefit. Besides preventing biofoulings, air bubbles also can help remove microplastics and other particles from the waters. So here is the effectiveness and the efficiency. So as you can see that studies show that a bubble effective in reducing fouling on a submerged surface. And this technique is cost effective and complement existing fouling release coatings. As you can see that there is a clean benchmark and there's clear photos. It's mentioned that there is some of movings and then there is some of the bubble drags that can reduce the microfoulings. So here's a few of the case studies demonstrating the effectiveness of the bubble curtain for biofouling control. There is a study on the vessel in a tropical waters from conducting by the Defense Science and Technology Organization, DSTO, in the Australia. So they're finding that a bubble curtain effectively reduce biofouling on stationary water vessel in tropical water, where fouling pressure is high. And then there is some of the long-term field exposure, streamlines of a bubble released onto test panels show a mark reducing fouling of several months. As you can see that the effectiveness showing that the clean benchmarks. So what is the additional benefit? This case study highlight the practical benefit and effectiveness of using a bubble curtain to control in various marine environments. Here are some of the additional benefit using a bubbles for calling biofouling controls for the microplastics removals. So it can help
Sorry for
microplastic.
interruption. You have 2 more minutes, so please
Thank you.
conclude. Thank you.
Other practical from waters contributing to cleaner marine environments, the air quality improvements, and the non-toxics, the cost effectiveness, and the complementaries. So as you can see that the conclusions from this study and review paper showing that a bubble present a sustainable solution for biofouling control. They are effective, environmentally friendly, and other offer additional benefits such as microplastics removals. And this is the result. Then we do the research and the comparison of the past 10 years. And as per the appendix, that this is the research paper section, which is the past 10 years, which is research on the how control method and their respective author in the past 10 years. With that, I conclude my papers research with thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your findings, and we will have Q&A session later at the end. So please go to the next. Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so the next presenter is the paper is 992. Monorepo, polyrepo, a comparative study in the software development field. The presenter is Laba Awabi.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, can I start?
Yeah, you can start now. Thank you.
Okay, okay, hello everyone. For this session, I will present our research, which is titled Evaluating Development Velocity, a Systematic Comparison of Monorepo and Polyrepo Architectures. Before we go to our article, I will introduce myself. My name is Laba Awabi. I'm a master degree student at ITS and software engineer at ITS and CPET. And then this is my supervisor named Siti Rahima. She is head of the software engineering laboratory at the Department of Informatics ITS. Her research interests include aspects of software quality, traceability, and testing. And then before I present into my paper, I will share the knowledge of this. First, do you ever wonder what millions line of code can build? Yeah, million code can build super app which like Grab, Uber, Amazon, Facebook, etc. with million of code. Do you know how to manage those? We manage using architecture pattern. Microservice and monolith modular is the latest invention for the decade and the popular one. And then in this case, my paper is about monorepo and polyrepo, which is monorepo are gather all the code in single repository or single storage, and then the polyrepo is spread all the application with different repository. And this is my abstract. efficient source code management is crucial in software development to maintain productivity and speed up release cycle. Monorepo and polyrepo configures are two common strategies for organizing repository each with distinct approach. While both are widely used by major technology companies such as Facebook, Amazon, there is no clear academic consensus on which is more efficient. This study is compared both setup and analyzing their impact on development speed and operational efficiency. The background and motivation is why repository management matters. Efficiency code management boosts productivity. Code management are like design pattern, architecture pattern, and repository management pattern. And there is the debate between monorepo versus polyrepo setup, which debate is set on the community engineering blog. There is many debate there, but on top of that, there is only a few academic paper write about this field. There is MLR in 2018 said there were only 2 academic paper, and there is 3 more since then. But many engineers write on blog like Medium and their personal web about this in the same MLR. There were 21, but there are so many currently. You can search to Google and you will find many articles about monorepo vs polyrepo. And then the objectives about this paper is compare monorepo and polyrepo architecture in terms of development speed and operational efficiency. Why is this matter? Because for small to medium-sized company, delivering new feature is one of the critical points they have. So more speed to deliver new feature, then they can sell the product itself. And the key question are, which repository setup is more efficient for microservice and small to medium scale project? So for the methodology, the case study we use our academic application. We call it MIA, which is a super app in ITS, which the user is all the academics people there. And then the experimental design we are reconstructed MIA from monolith modular into microservice monorepo and microservice polyrepo. And then we ask a participant to modify logic for student credit limit post study leave. So if student take study leave, the calculation of credit limit to the next semester are different than when they don't take the study leave. And the participant for this research are 10 developers, which 4 are experienced with MIA project and the 6 are new to the MIA project. Tools we use is Golang for the code language, and we use Hubstaff for the time tracking. The result, overall result, monorepo faster by 14.3 minutes on average. And then the detail about this result are displayed here, which is the data highlight about those tables are time comparison average in second. Monorepo has 5,000 second. This is a second, and then the polyrepo it has 5,800 second. And then we also have a CI/CD time, while monorepo got 800 and the polyrepo got 1,200 second. The experience effect shown on this table, the last table, so that the team which has MIA experience have faster by 10%. And then the key findings, code navigation. When using monorepo, it will be easier to navigate between the code, where all the code are open in a single project in the IDE or in the code editor. While the polyrepo, we need to open many apps, many windows to to navigate between microservice. And then the CI/CD efficiency, centralized development in monorepo saves time. So when we are updating like the case study, we update the logic, we are updating three microservice, which is for polyrepo
Sorry
there
for
will be
interruption. You have 3 more minutes, so please
okay.
be conclusive. Thank you.
Okay, got it. So for the monorepo, the CI/CD will be only once, but it will take longer. But we can set up the CI/CD to only build and deploy the affected microservice, while the polyrepo will have to build and deploy 3 times. And then the impact of experience. So this is the side result of this. Familiar developer were faster across both setups. So because the 10 participant is grouped by 2, 5 will proceed to monorepo first, and the 5 will proceed to the polyrepo first. But both group will have to work on monorepo and polyrepo, and vice versa. And then the discussion. Advancement of monorepo, centralized structure, simplified navigation, and integration all could reside in a single repository, allowing developers to access multiple services without switching repository or tools, and facilitates better visibility and traceability across service, which is particularly beneficial for interdependency microservice. And then we have a faster deployment and reduce operational overhead. But we have challenge, potentially complexity in managing large monorepo, which is already happen in big tech company like Amazon. And then scaling CI/CD pipeline is a challenging one too. And the conclusion and recommendation, the conclusion for this research is monorepo offers significant time saving for small to medium scale microservice project. This efficiency stem from its centralized structure with simplified navigation, integration, and deployment process. And then the recommendation, consider team experience and project scale when choosing a repository strategy. And for the future research, long-term impact on team collaboration and maintenance, investigate how monorepo and polyrepo architecture affect code quality, team collaboration. Examine monorepo's effects in large project with thousands of service and developer. So for the future research, we might have different and many scenario, because for this research we only apply one scenario, which is I think it's still not enough to consider what is the best between monorepo and polyrepo. Okay, that's all from me.
Well,
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we move to the next presenter, whose paper ID is 993. Paper ID 993, The Paradox of Flexibility in Rigid Online Police Leadership Education. Paper ID 993.
993. Are you available? Paper ID 993. 993. Let me check. 993. Products of visibility for Norway. Okay, so please skip it and go to the next one.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shafir. It's like next ID is 486. The influence of perceived competence on a positive world behavior and psychological withdrawal behavior. Paper ID 486.
486. Paper ID 486. Are you available? Let me check. For influence, Taiwan. 486. I think it's absent. Okay, so please move to the next.
Okay, the next presenter ID is 489.
489.
Design and development of foldable travel hanger using a rational product design method by Nagel Class. The paper ID is 489.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. And just share your screen and PPT and restart. Thank you.
Please
Good
proceed.
morning. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. First, I would like to thank you for your time and the opportunity to present today. My name is Salsabila Ardisa Putri Utomo, and I am a student of Industrial Engineering at Telkom University, Indonesia. Today, I will be presenting our research on design and development of foldable travel hanger using the rational product design method. Our team consists of lecturer, researcher, and student from the Industrial Engineering Telkom University based on Bandung, Indonesia. Mr. Dina Chaisaron and Ms. Ri are experienced lecturer and researchers specializing in product development and ergonomics. Our research is driven by the increasing demand for efficient travel solutions in modern society, highlighting the need for compact and multifunctional accessories that maintain clothing quality during travel. We utilize Nigel Cross rational product design and development method to systematically evaluate alternatives, ensuring that the proposed design align functionality with user needs. This research introduced an innovative foldable hanger with integrated heating functionality. The product is designed to minimize wrinkle on clothing, offering a practical and efficient solution for modern travelers. Key feature of this product is foldable design, integrated heating, and durable materials. Based on recent data, around 26% of Indonesians travel around trip of more than 100 kilometers for work-related purpose. Most of these travelers require formal attire to maintain their professional image during business activities. Who are these travelers? Frequent travelers often come from professionals that demand mobility such as entrepreneurs, bankers, students, CEOs, and government representatives. This data highlights the needs for practical solutions to manage clothing during business trip, ensuring travelers maintain a neat and professional appearance. Primary data. Based on survey and focus group discussion conducted with professionals who frequently travel for business, we identify key insights. From this discussion, we found several customer needs. The first one, the product is easy to carry while traveling or store in limited space. It can be used for various types of clothing and fabrics. The product features an integrated heater to efficiently remove cloth wrinkles. It is made for durable and strong material for long-lasting use. Additionally, the product is foldable together with clothing, maximize portability and convenience. To develop this product, we utilize Nigel Cross rational product design and development method. The structure approach us to first clarifying objective and establishing function, then set requirement and determine characteristic. After that, we can do the generate and evaluate alternative, and the last step is improving details. The first diagram in here is a diagram tree that's showing the relationship between function and product specification target. After that, we can do the establishing function. This is a black box that identifying that the essential function the product must perform. For the setting requirement, we outline the specific requirement that the product must meet. Then do the determining characteristic. This is involved defining the physical and functional characteristic of the product. Reason for selection. One key considered in developing this product is ensure the dryer temperature stays below 100 degrees Celsius. This is because clothing is not recommended to be heated above 120 degrees Celsius for an extended period. ABS is an excellent material for foldable hanger with heating dryer. This is to do the thermal stability, tensile stress, and cost effectiveness. In developing this product, we consider 3 power source options: rechargeable batteries, regular batteries, and plug-in batteries. The chosen option is rechargeable batteries because they are more convenient, portable, and environmental friendly, making them ideal for frequent travelers. After that, we can do the After that, we can do the generating alternative. That we develop multiple design alternative that could meet the established object and requirement. There are 2 chosen alternative. One alternative use a rechargeable battery. The other alternative use a plug-in cable. For the evaluation alternative, we know the weight score for each selection criteria. Each concept has its own and weight score. Concept A is chosen because it has higher score than concept B. The last one is improving details. This may include optimizing overall feature of the hanger. Result and discussion. For the verification, it meets all the specification target. And there is the final product, a multifunctional foldable hanger with a dryer. In conclusion, this product is designed to meet the needs of modern travelers in its portability. Its integrated heated and foldable design ensure efficiency and convenience for maintain a neat appearance on the go. Thank you for your attention. We are excited about the potential impact of this product on travel accessories market and look forward for further development. If you have any question, please feel free to ask and let's discuss together. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's time to move to the next presenter. This paper ID is 490. The boardroom dynamics in the Thames Valley empirical evidence from listed troubled firms in Nigeria. Paper ID 490.
490.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please share your PPT and
Good day, everybody. This is Oyegoke from Nigeria. I'm a PhD scholar from the Covenant University, Ota in Ogun State, Nigeria. And I'll be presenting on the boardroom dynamics and firm value, empirical evidence from listed troubled firms in Nigeria. The separation of ownership from control has resulted in information asymmetry and agency conflict, thereby necessitating corporate governance. This corporate governance has also been fostered as a result of globalization, expansion, and technological advancement, which has made it necessary to ensure that we have accountability, transparency, as well as information disclosure. Corporate governance mechanism has been seen as an alignment tool for firms' divergent stakeholders, which comprises of the shareholders of the organization, the employees of the organization, the customers of the organization, and the community in which the organization operates. This symbiotic relationship between the firm and its stakeholders portends great consequences for both the firm and the stakeholders, considering the fact that the firm does not live in isolation, but rather they operate an input-output mechanism in which the firm takes from the society and also gives back to the society. Looking at what happened in 2008 with respect to the global crisis, where we have a situation in which organization collapsed, and then we have erosion of shareholders' funds. We have the loss of jobs with respect to employees. We have the loss of products and services to customers, and as well as the collapse of organizations, despite the fact that we had corporate governance on board. And so there is a need for us to look at the effect of corporate governance on performance of troubled firms, considering that despite the fact that we had corporate governance on board, we still had issues with organizations collapsing. And so this conference paper actually is intended to look at the effect of boardroom dynamics, basically the board size and board female gender diversity on the performance of organization measured using the firm value with respect to troubled firms. Will the application of the boardroom dynamics in terms of corporate governance be able to ameliorate the issues that comes up with respect to troubled firms? And so theoretically, we looked at, we applied resource dependency and agency theory. Resource dependency in that we looked at the fact that the board size comprises the number of board directors, and then we looked at the fact that the bigger they are, the more the knowledge base, the more the expertise and the experience that they bring on board, and which we believe would be able to tackle the issue of troubled firms and their performance. The same thing applicable with respect to agency theory. Empirically, we've discovered that Ogboy et al. 2019, Enilolubo 2019, Onyekere and Babangida 2021, among others, have carried out a lot of researches with respect to corporate governance and performance of organization. And they have found a positive correlation between corporate governance and performance. However, Adetula et al. 2019, Kwe et al. 2023, as well as Abu and Bamidele 2023, found an insignificant negative association between the variables of interest, which is the corporate governance, and performance of organization. However, the gaps we have outlined, been able to identify in these researches is the fact that they've always applied a holistic approach. And this holistic approach resulted in mixed findings. This can be found with respect to Al-Abdullah et al. 2000 and Al-Abdullah et al. 2021, as well as Akinleye et al. 2019. Apart from that, apart from the holistic approach, the approach they've also taken has been such that there's been no consideration for firms' health status. So there's always been a blanket cover when it comes to evaluating the performance of organization in terms of the corporate governance effect on the performance of organization. It has always been a blanket effect without consideration of the firm's health status. And so this particular research work looked at how to separate the organizations into their health status, using whether they are troubled or non-troubled, using the Otman Z score as a basis. The methodology applied is, for methodology, we have the population, and that is made up of 42 listed manufacturing firms on the Nigerian Stock Exchange between 2012 to 2021. the sampling techniques, we have the criteria-based sampling technique method with emphasis on the Otman-Z score for manufacturing firm. The Otman-Z score for manufacturing firm stated that for you to classify an organization as a troubled firm, it has to have the Z score, which is less than 1.8. That means that the organization is in the distress zone, and so it is classified as a troubled firm. And this is the formula with respect to that. We'll be looking at the working capital to total asset. We'll be measuring their retained earnings to total asset, their earnings before interest and tax payments to total asset, the equity market value to total asset, as well as the total sales to total assets. The sample size. I haven't used the Otman-Z to separate the organizations, the listed manufacturing firms we have in Nigeria into their troubled and non-troubled components. We have a total 9 troubled firms, out of which 8 were selected, representing 89% of the total troubled firm. And this makes it acceptable for generalization according to Ozodi et al. 2020 data analysis method. This particular research work employed descriptive statistics as well as the panel data regression analysis method. For the continuation, we have the model specification.
Sorry for interruption. You have 3 more minutes, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
Model specification, thank you. Model specification states the various variables that were employed in the study. Results of and discussions. This is the table of the descriptive statistics. From this table of the descriptive statistics, we found the board female gender diversity to have the highest mean score of 14, board size average of 14 members, asset growth rate of 7.08% during the year in consideration, and the market value of 1.02 average growth rate and capital structure of 1.42%. This is the results for the regression analysis. From the regression analysis, we'll find that the board size, board female gender diversity, and the firm size all have negative coefficients, and at a p-value which are lower than, greater than 0.5, with the exception of the firm value. By implication, an additional unit change in board size and board female gender diversity will result in a 7% and 2% decline respectively in the firm value represented by Tobin Q, though inconsequential, but consequential for firm value at a PV of 0%. The R square overall also shows 0.76 overall variation in firm value, showing that the variables under consideration actually accounts for 76% change in the firm value. Conclusion and recommendation, we accept the null hypothesis, which states that troubled firms with larger board magnitude do not achieve superior financial performance, and also troubled firms with board female gender diversity do not achieve higher level of financial performance. We therefore recommend that we adopt a balanced corporate governance mechanism, board size, and board female gender diversity, which is based on appropriate qualification, expertise, experience, exposure, as well as skill. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we are moving toward the last one. Am I right?
Yes, sir. You're right. We are moving to the next presenters, whose paper ID is 491. The factor influencing employment of culinary programs graduates at Guangxi Vocational and Technical College. Paper ID is 491. Are you there?
491. 491. Let me check. 491. Yeah. It's a video, I think. Let me check here. 491. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, so that's video presenter and already sent the video, so no need to present
Well,
it here again. Yeah,
well,
thank
thank
you.
you for the
So
feedback.
yeah, that's the end of all the presentations, and now we are open to Q&A. If you have noted some questions or something, you can come with your questions, your suggestions, with your comments. And first of all, I will request all of you that if you can open your cameras and we can take a group photo. Thank you. Yeah, a few more. Please. Few more. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah. So I will take a group photo with your smiley faces. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay. It's done. And now if you want to ask any question, even if the question is not related to the presentations, if you want to even ask questions related to the publications in different journals, if you want to ask questions related to the conference or other things, so we are here for the discussion.
Yeah, Dr. Shakir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So my question is about actually the publication. Um, Initially, I registered through RRPF conference, but they moved me to this conference. But I just wanted to make sure what the process would look like for the publication for me, because I was in RRPF and then I was moved to this conference here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so you want to publish your papers in a Scopus Index journal, am I right?
The first option, I think DOAJ option that was given. There were
Oh,
two options
that's
given.
easy.
Yeah.
So you can submit your full paper after this conference if you want to make some changes, and it will be done in 1 or 2 months, very quick. It's not a very slow process, so you don't worry about that. If you want to move to the Scopus, then it may need a bit more to go to the publication stage and acceptance, because those journals need a bit more time for review and other things. Your case is quite easy, so you don't worry. Just send your full manuscript and we will proceed with that.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thanks for clarification. Who do I send this to? The RRPF email address?
Yeah, info@iiarp.org.
IIARP. Okay.
Info. Wait, I'm sending here in the chat box to all. info@iiarp.org.
Okay.
So it's here.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Is there a WhatsApp number?
Yeah, later I will also share in the chat box.
Okay.
So please, you can add the WhatsApp number, and that will be beneficial for every one of you for future information regarding publication and other things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, any other question?
Yeah. Dr. Shakir, this is
Yes.
Grover. So I have a question, same question with the one our team just now. So I would like to publish my paper to Scopus, And then I believe that I also sent an email, and then it's mentioned about the due date for submission is on the 20th of December to email and then to the portals. So my question is, what is the way forward after this conference in order for me to submit my paper to Scopus?
So you okay? Thank you. You wanna submit your paper to F1000 research?
No, to the Scopus.
To any Scopus, not like specifically to F1000 research. That is our Scopus Q1 journal is F1000. And if you want to specifically go for that journal, it may need a bit more like your associated data, the manuscript data, and ethical approval from your department. So other things are needed for this journal. If you just want to go to any Scopus, then that's easier. That's quite simple. You don't worry about that. You just send your full manuscript and we will proceed with that.
Yeah, when you mention about the any Scopus, so what do you mean by any Scopus?
Like which option you choose in the register during your registration for the conference.
Oh, okay, or any site, right?
Yeah, so there are different options. Like you wanna go to the Q1, you wanna go to Q2, Q3, Q4, which one?
Okay, so let's say that I want to go to Q1. Q1 means quarter one, right? Quarter two, quarter three, quarter four for next year.
Yeah, so if you wanna go to the Q1, then our team will specifically guide you what we need. There are some requirements for Q1.
Okay, all right. So my way forward now, I just need to submit the paper to your email and the portal, right?
Yeah, you just need to submit the paper, the manuscript to this email, and then our team will send you a detailed email, including the information which we required from you, all those things you need to submit to our team, and we will proceed to submit it to the Q1 journal.
All right, so how about the payment?
The payment, we will send you all the information that what you need to do regarding the payment, such as advance payment and after acceptance payment and the APC, everything will be shared in the email. So you just need, please, to send the email.
Yeah. So my last question is, how long the process will be took until it published through the Scopus Index?
If you want to publish it in Scopus Q1, it depends on the requirements you fulfill, such as the data, the paper revision, how quick you can do it. And in F1000, that is our Scopus Q1 journal, you need to provide some reviewers as well, like the people, the researchers that are having similar area research and other things. So all these things, if you can do quick, it will be, I think, not more than 5-6 months.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So
the
you just
review.
need to send the email,
Okay.
including your full manuscript, and our team will reply you how to do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask question?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have question for 489 paper, which presented by Salsabila Artiza. The question is, who are the user variables in your study?
Very good. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. 992. I use variable from several people who frequently go on business trips. Yeah, the focus group discussion was conducted twice with different individual and produce the same answer. Yeah, so therefore this answer will will have a need statement or customer needs that the uh, I made the product based on their need statement.
I see. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Li Xiang, you will raise the hand. You have any question?
Yes. I have a small question. Because today I present the chapter 1 of my PhD dissertation, which is not published yet. I still need to meet my supervisor to talk further. I just want to consult you if the abstract of all participants will be published in the conference journal. Thank you.
Sure. Your abstract will be published in the conference proceeding book. Yeah, you don't need to give us the full paper. If you want, we also can publish the full manuscript in the proceeding, but the abstract will be enough, no problem.
Thank you. Got it. So we just wait the email from the coordinator.
Yeah, you will receive the conference proceeding book and your certificates through email after this conference, after this session.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Dr.
Okay.
Shakir, I have a follow-up question about publication. I have one email from the RRPF because we were moved to this conference from there. They said the publication proceedings will follow the same dates because I think that conference was scheduled for December 22nd. So that was the email that I received. So do I still have to email to you at the IIARP .com one for this communication, or should I communicate to the other
I think
conference
this is
email
the
address?
right email you need
This
to
is okay.
communicate.
This is the one.
info@iiarp.org.
Okay, sure.
This is the right channel. Yeah.
This is the one. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good. Thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? If you want to ask questions or if you have some comments regarding other participants, so we are open now in this to the question and answer session. Any question? If you have no question, then I think I will close this session and thank you all for participating in this session, and I hope that the participants of today's conference enjoyed this session, and it was really for me a great experience with all of you. And as I saw, all the presenters have very good research ideas and had put their efforts for the best. And as I observed all the papers and the presentations, data was supported by robust methodologies and theoretical frameworks and achievable objectives. And as we know, all the scholars that we still need to improve the manuscripts based on the comments from reviewers and journals. So of course there will be spaces for improvements in your manuscripts, and I hope that you will successfully publish your manuscript in the targeted journal you want. And now here I think I will share our YouTube channel link in the chat box. Later you can check it for the information in some of the videos we uploaded here in the to the channel. So here is the link. You can copy it. Yeah, and yeah, this is the link, I think. Let me check. It's here, sorry. The correct one. This one. Okay. So this is for those who didn't participate the live Zoom session. They can see their PPTs in this channel, YouTube channel. And here again, I'm sharing the email you need to contact, and you will also receive your certificates in proceedings from this email. Okay, so that's this. And I also need to mention that all the manuscript, the abstracts and the PPTs are reviewed by the reviewers, including me and the session chair. And after the complete analysis in light of the criteria I mentioned, the best presenter will get an award in the form of certificate, and you will get that certificate through your email after this session. Yeah. Here again, I want to share the Facebook page information. You can follow this page for the future activities, such as we not only organize conferences, but we also announce scholarships, academic awards, and workshops, and many other activities. So that may be beneficial for you. Yeah, so this is that, and I will share my WhatsApp number. You can add this WhatsApp number, and I will add you to the group. And in this group, you will also see a lot of good information for your career development, hopefully. So here is the WhatsApp number: 601137963849. This is our WhatsApp number. You can add this number, and I will add you to the WhatsApp group. Okay, and you can also ask questions regarding your paper updates and other things through this WhatsApp number. Okay. So, okay, that's all. And now, if you don't have any other question, I will invite the session chair to have closing remarks, and then we end this session. I think he's already disconnected. So, yeah, it's disconnected. Anyway, okay, so that's the end of this session. And thank you all once again for participating in this conference. And I hope to see you again in our upcoming other international conferences and events. Thank you. Okay, so I will
Thank
say
you.